Good evening, welcome to this edition of the Evening News for today, Saturday, October 23rd, 2021. I am Timothy Jaikaran. Thank you for tuning in. In the headlines, Sheriff-Mandela Road Project now for November completion. Quarantine businesswoman beaten, robbed by armed bandits. Ganja phones, weapons found during raid at TIMEHRI prison. 20 million in marijuana found, 2 boats seized in BERBICE river operation. And man, 56, is latest COVID-19 death, 100 new cases recorded. Now for the news in detail. We begin tonight's newscast by telling you that Sheriff Street Mandela Avenue Road project, completion of which had already been extended previously, will now be subject to a further extension as the contractors and the Ministry of Public Works balance working on the road with traffic management. Gerald Bryan joins us with the details.
On Saturday, Public Works Minister Juan Edghill carried out inspections at various parts of the Sheriff-Mandela expansion. At the intersection of Mandela Avenue and the East Bank Highway, the minister admitted that the expansion project will be unable to reach the previous October the 31st deadline.
As you can see, one of the biggest challenges, when do you close this road to work on it? You get my drift? Because the moment you start working on this road, it's a major traffic situation. So what we're seeking to do is to complete whatever has to be done on Sheriff-Mandela and then use the curfew hours from like 10 in the night to 4 in the morning to maybe a week to 10 days, because you'll have to cut off sometimes to allow traffic to flow, because part of the challenge of building a road like this, which is a main road, is getting it complete for Saturday the 31st, definitely. This will be sometime in November, because what we'll have to do is pay attention to get the second and third lifts and all those things that we identified tidied up, and then we go here.
The minister also inspected Lamaha Bridge, where it was explained that works have been delayed because of the turbidity of the canal. While the contractors were driving steel piles into the canal bed, the water became so contaminated that it could not be filtered for use by the Guyana Water Incorporated.
We are behind schedule on this bridge. We should have had this bridge completed by the 12th of October. Today is the 24th. And it's not completed. You will realize that this is the canal that provides water to the shelter belt, which is what GWI processes for distribution in the Georgetown network. The turbidity level here rose significantly. So we've had occasions where we had to actually stop working. And then we had to put measures in place to control that so that we could be able to get on with the work.
These measures include the placing of silk traps in the canal itself to filter out sediment from the water. To make up for lost time on the Lamaha Bridge, it is expected that the contractor will work day and night. The work is scheduled to be completed in 10 days. Gerald Bryan, The Evening News.
A search operation at the TIMEHRI prison early this morning unearthed a quantity of illicit items such as narcotics, cell phones, and accessories, and weapon investigations continue to ascertain the circumstances under which the items entered the precinct of the prison. Meanwhile, an operation along the BERBICE River has resulted in the discovery of over 670 pounds of marijuana in 2 boats during separate finds. The exercise commenced at some time around 23:30 hours yesterday and ran until 50 minutes after 12 hours today. It was reported that police ranks were conducting an operation in the BERBICE River when they observed a boat on the riverbank in the vicinity of Plecht Anchor Village, East Bank, BERBICE. Upon approaching the boat, the ranks observed that it contained 5 black bulky plastic bags, which were subsequently found to contain the suspected cannabis. The area was searched, but no one was seen. Then, at around 15 minutes after 12, while escorting the boat and narcotics to the Central Police Station, another wooden boat was seen in the BERBICE River at Lighttown with 4 occupants. Upon seeing the police team, The boat's operators drove the vessel onto the riverbank in a clump of bushes, and the 4 occupants ran further into the nearby bushes and made good their escape. When the boat was boarded by the ranks, they discovered 30 bulky parcels wrapped in transparent plastic and containing a quantity of suspected cannabis. The area was subsequently combed, but the suspects were not seen. The 2 boats, along with the narcotics, were taken to the central police station, where the narcotics were weighed and amounted to a total of 672 pounds, which was a street value of 20 million. Further investigations into the seizures are ongoing. Now we tell you that as government continues to roll out its COVID-19 vaccination campaign across Guyana, 3 regions are currently lagging behind, and according to Health Minister Dr. Frank Anthony, there is still a far way to go before the country can achieve herd immunity. Here is Amar Prasad with more.
A breakdown of the first dose vaccination figures in each region shows that regions 2, 8, and 10 are lagging behind with 59.6%, 45.4%, and 33.1% respectively. According to the Health Minister, these regions would need to achieve at least 90% of full immunization in order to reach herd immunity.
We have a far way to go in terms of vaccinating, especially in these 3 regions. Region 4, which is the most populated region, we're at 82%. We still need to get that up, but as you would see, the higher the immunization rates go up, you will see a fall off in terms of the hospitalization and the deaths. And as we increase these numbers of persons being vaccinated in Region 4, you are going to see the cases come down.
Apart from these 3 regions, the first dose vaccination figures in other regions are in the 70s. Latest figures shows that some 376,436 persons, or 73.4% of the adult population, have received a first dose COVID-19 vaccine, and approximately 45.5%, or 236,238 persons 18 years and older, are fully immunized. As it relates to children, 26,751, or 36.7%, first doses have been administered to the 12 to 17-year-old age group. Of that amount, some 17,182, or 23.6% of that age cohort, are fully vaccinated. However, the Health Minister pointed out that there are a significant number of persons who have received their first dose and are due for second jab but have not taken it as yet.
With AstraZeneca, we have given out most of the first doses, and we have about 55,000 or so persons who need to get their second dose, so we have those second doses available. So we have an adequate amount of COVID-19 vaccines, right? We have been using AstraZeneca, Sinopharm, Sputnik V, Pfizer, and J&J. So these are the vaccines that we currently have.
Dr. Anthony also indicated that additional vaccines Sputnik V, Component 2, AstraZeneca, and Pfizer are slated to arrive in coming days. For the evening news, Amar Prasad.
Another person who tested positive for the novel coronavirus has died while receiving care at a medical institution, the Ministry of Health reported today. This now takes the total number of deaths from the pandemic in Guyana to 894. The latest fatality is a 56-year-old male from Region 4 who died on Friday. The man was partially vaccinated. According to the ministry, he was admitted with COVID-19-like symptoms and samples were taken which subsequently returned positive tests. Meanwhile, 100 persons have tested positive for COVID-19 in the last 24 hours, taking the total number of confirmed cases in Guyana to 34,977. There are 18 patients in the COVID-19 ICU and 3,476 persons in either home or institutional isolation. Another 4 persons are also in institutional quarantine. To date, some 30,589 persons have recovered from the deadly virus. Coming up on the other side of the break, quarantine businesswoman beaten, robbed by armed bandits. Please stay tuned.
Miners, welders, and contractors. Have broken parts caused you tremendous downtime? Do you need an extra heavy-duty, dependable welding machine that will get the toughest jobs done and can also double as a generator to power all of your tools? Well, your #1 industrial solutions provider Sylvie's has you covered. We currently have in stock the Hobart Champion Elite Arc Welder and Generator. This capable electric start generator produces up to 11,000 watts of AC power to run tools, work lights, or backup power during an outage. It can simultaneously deliver 150 amps weld output and 8,000 watts of generator power and can run up to 14 hours on one 12-gallon tank of gas. This portable generator handles mild steel, stainless steel, and cast iron with a maximum thickness of ½ inch in a single pass. So what are you waiting for? If you can't make it our 31 High and Hatfield Streets Georgetown location, we can deliver. Give us a call on 227-6226 or WhatsApp us on 623-7755 or visit our website sylviesonline.com. Sylvie's Industrial Solution, proudly serving Guyana for over 4 decades. Massey is by your side as we continue the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. In collaboration with OneCart, you can now get your groceries delivered or you can pick up curbside. Call, email, or WhatsApp your order to us. This service is available at both Providence and Turkine locations. Delivery and pickup between 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The fee is based on location. Orders must be paid in cash and placed 24 hours in advance. Special conditions apply. Remember to always protect yourself and those around you by wearing your masks. Also, don't forget to wash your hands and maintain a distance of 6 feet at all times around persons. Massey Stores. Our family serving your family. Your #1 supermarket cost cutter has everything you need. Come down to our Sheriff Street or our Track A Farm East Bank Demerara location and shop in comfort, knowing that you're also getting the most competitive prices. We currently have specials on onions, 5 pounds for $500 or 50-pound bag for $3,500. Purple onions, 25-pound bag for $22.50. Happy macaroni 400-gram packet, 1 for $200 and 3 for $500. Just Juice 500 milliliter, 1 for $135 and get 4 for $500. Miran soybean oil 500 milliliter bottle, 1 for $275, 4 for $1,000. Aqua Pure water, 24 330 milliliter bottles, $1,100 per case. Buy 10 cases and get 1 case free, and much more. Give us a call on 231-7180 or 502-5660. You can also WhatsApp our farm branch on 686-6501 and our Sheriff Street branch on 686-7536. Miners, welders, and contractors. Have broken parts caused you tremendous downtime? Do you need an extra heavy-duty, dependable welding machine that will get the toughest jobs done and can also double as a generator to power all of your tools? Well, your #1 industrial solutions provider Sylvie's has you covered. We currently have in stock the Hobart Champion Elite Arc Welder and Generator. This capable electric start generator produces up to 11,000 watts of AC power to run tools, work lights, or backup power during an outage. It can simultaneously deliver 150 amps weld output and 8,000 watts of generator power and can run up to 14 hours on one 12-gallon tank of gas. This portable generator handles mild steel, stainless steel, and cast iron with a maximum thickness of ½ inch in a single pass. So what are you waiting for? If you can't make it our 31 High and Hatfield Streets Georgetown location, we can deliver. Give us a call on 227-6226 or WhatsApp us on 623-7755 or visit our website sylviesonline.com. Sylvie's Industrial Solution, proudly serving Guyana for over 4 decades. Massey is by your side as we continue the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. In collaboration with OneCart, you can now get your groceries delivered or you can pick up curbside. Call, email, or WhatsApp your order to us. This service is available at both Providence and Turkine locations. Delivery and pickup between 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. The fee is based on location. Orders must be paid in cash and placed 24 hours in advance. Special conditions apply. Remember to always protect yourself and those around you by wearing your masks. Also, don't forget to wash your hands and maintain a distance of 6 feet at all times around persons. Massey Stores. Our family serving your family.
Welcome back. You are watching the Evening News. We now tell you that 2 armed bandits carried out a daring robbery on Savor's Grocery Parlor situated at number 69 Village, Corentyne on Friday. Our BERBICE correspondent Andrew Carmichael reports that the bandits carted off with both cash and jewelry, but not before beating the 46-year-old businesswoman. Let's have a look.
The incident took place just before 12 hours 30 on Friday. At the time, the businesswoman's 23-year-old daughter was sitting on a chair outside of the shop when the 2 bandits entered. Both were wearing masks and were armed with handguns. They held a young lady at gunpoint, but she managed to escape and run onto the streets where an alarm was raised. However, the perpetrators managed to get into the house where they held up the 46-year-old businesswoman and a 29-year-old relative, demanding cash and jewelry. The victims handed over $200,000 in cash, 1 gold bangle, and a pair of gold earrings. Not satisfied, the bandits demanded more valuables and in the process hit the businesswoman several times with their firearm. However, they left the premises shortly after. One villager said he came face to face with the fleeing bandits.
So when I hear the screaming of somebody, I just come outside at the gate, in front of the gate, and I see 2 persons around here. They mask up. And they have a gun, they say keep at the side. They're using English language. Of course, they say keep at the side. And I just walking back to my gate. And I run over there and gone.
And gone over to the next street?
Then gone to the next street, down in the boat, back them over.
What type of gun they had?
Well, me don't know what kind of type of gun. It's a little gun though. It's a little gun and hold saw. And I just use cost me and I said move aside. So I just move in and they're on gone.
The eye reports that 2 men had gone to the premises during the dark hours a few days prior, but were unable to gain entry. 2 strange men were also at the shop shortly before the robbery. Police are investigating. For the Evening News, Andrew Carmichael.
The University of Guyana will be reopening on Monday for its 2021-2022 academic year. During a virtual orientation on Friday, Vice-Chancellor Dr. Paloma Mohammed lauded existing students' resilience in making it this far in the journey of university life. Further, she stressed the importance of acquiring a university education, noting that education and training will outlast the oil and gas industry. Tifa Punch joins us with more.
A disregard and lack of respect for education and training could be the downfall of our great nation on the doorstep of now a possible stellar success. It would be an unbelievable pity and a huge opportunity lost if Guyanese cannot fill most of the openings in our country in what is called local content.
Those were the sentiments expressed by Vice-Chancellor of the University of Guyana, Dr. Paloma Mohammed, as she addressed the new and continuing students of the university. The university held a virtual orientation session on Friday for its students as they prepare to commence the new academic year 2021-2022 on Monday. During her feature address, Professor Mohammed stated that Guyanese need to take advantage of the many avenues that are waiting to be realized, while noting that the value of education and training can change not only people's technical proficiencies, but also fundamentally who they are.
This is an investment that never ends, that pays itself forward for generations. Investing in education and training lasts way beyond the first generation of those educated. And in our case, while everyone is super focused on local content for oil and gas, in truth, educating and training now will outlast that industry, which itself has a shelf life like many others.
She revealed that education, unlike the oil and gas sector, never devalues since it is transferable and can only be appreciated beyond measures as long as the person who chose to be educated is alive.
It has multiplier effects at various levels. And what I mean by this is that many people in areas get benefits from a single investment. And most of all, what is inside you, what is already inside you, in your brain, in your heart, cannot be taken away, stolen, or appropriated by anyone else.
Dr. Mohammed further urged the students to take full advantage of the opportunity they are given to further educate themselves to higher levels. Additionally, She made note of the university's 4 aspirational goals in its Blueprint 2024, with Goal 1 being having at least 1 university graduate in every household. Approximately 7,000 students are currently registered and enrolled in the university. Classes will continue to be held virtually due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. For the evening news, Tifa Punch.
Several coffins with what appeared to be skeletal remains of humans appeared on the Quarantine foreshore at number 70 village. Our BERBICE correspondent Andrew Carmichael reports that the remains may be more than 100 years old. Let's have a look.
Coffins in different shapes and some with skeletal remains were found on the number 70 village shore. Police say they have not received an official report on the findings, but the ranks had reportedly gone to the scene after various social media posts were made. However, nothing was found. Coffins were about 20 feet from where the tide reaches when it is high. There are reports that the area was an old cemetery dating back to over a century. Many of the coffins were made of pine wood, indicating why some are still in perfect condition. Meanwhile, there are reports that several decades ago a similar sighting was made at the same location, and the senior citizens in the village at that time had revealed that the area was once a cemetery. Over the years, the shoreline along the Quarantine coast has been eroding. In fact, currently at the number 63 beach, there is evidence that the shore has eroded at least 400 meters or a quarter of a mile. The remains of coconut trees are visible at least a quarter mile out. Some farmers there have reported that the Atlantic have taken up their farms and they had to relocate twice. And once again, the ocean is threatening to claim the land they plant on. Meanwhile, at number 70 village, where the remains were sighted, there are also remains of what appear to be some structure as part of the beach. According to one resident, a few decades ago, when the coffins were seen, after a while the ocean brought sand and covered them, and they disappeared. As eerie as this may sound, residents don't seem overly concerned with the developments at the number 70 for sure. For the evening news, Andrew Carmichael.
In this report, you will hear that Movie Town Guyana on Friday evening launched its Haunted Maze based on the animated films The Addams Family 2 and Hotel Transylvania 4, in celebration of this year's Halloween. More in this LaWanda McAllister report.
Movie Town's transformation of its Fiesta Plaza at its Turkine, Greater Georgetown location into a haunted house will feature a section that pays tribute to the new trending series Squid Games, where the famous life-size doll will be present. There are also songs of gunfire that is aimed at giving the ultimate scare. Added to give the ambience of spookiness, there will be a mist. It is expected to sanitize not just the area, but everyone wishing to walk through the space. On the day of Halloween, which is celebrated on October 30th, the management of the company will continue to have its traditional trick-or-treating at all of its stores, and customers visiting the mall and cinemas dressed in costumes will get chances to win great prizes and movie tickets. According to Movie Town's general manager Rochelle Patram, there will also be a puppet show and lots of prizes can be won around this time.
So we're going to have a costume competition happening on Sunday. We will have it from 4 to 6 o'clock. So come on out, get dressed up in your best costumes to win some fabulous prizes. We have many different things that you can win, from movie tickets to really fun-loving toys for the kids. So, you know, Halloween is happening at Movie Town, guys, and we want it to be exciting for you. Also, we're going to have a special treat on Halloween Day. We're going to have a puppet show. Now, again, it's going to be a little different. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be something that the children would love to experience because, of course, Movie Town likes to do it big, and we love to ensure that the kids are having a fabulous time.
Reporting for the evening news, LaWanda McAllister.
We will now take a look at the bridge reports.
The Damara Harbor Bridge will be closed at 23 hours 30 tonight until 5 hours 30 on Sunday, October 24th, 2021 to facilitate scheduled maintenance works. Meanwhile, the BERBICE River Bridge is expected to be closed on Sunday, October 24th, 2021 at 6 hours 15, also for a period of 1.5 hours.
Disappointing West Indies stumble against England in the first World Cup T20 matchup. This and more coming up on the Sportscast, sponsored by MacCorp.
Your #1 supermarket cost cutter has everything you need. Come down to our Sheriff Street or our Track A Farm East Bank Demerara location and shop in comfort, knowing that you're also getting the most competitive prices. We currently have specials on onions, £5 for $500 or a 50-pound bag for $3,500. Purple onions, 25-pound bag for $22.50. Happy macaroni 400-gram packet, 1 for $200 and 3 for $500. Just Juice 500 milliliter, 1 for $135 and get 4 for $500. Miran soybean oil 500 milliliter bottle, 1 for $275, 4 for $1,000. Aqua Pure water, 24 330 milliliter bottles, $1,100 per case. Buy 10 cases and get 1 case free, and much more. Give us a call on 231-7180 or 502-5660. You can also WhatsApp our farm branch on 686-6501 and our Sheriff Street branch on 686-7536.
Looking to bring your dream home to reality or simply taking on a home improvement project? Then National Hardware Limited is where you should start. Let us put that touch to your home. Choose from over 1,000 Berger Paint original hues for any surface. We are known for our trusted brands such as Westinghouse, Philips, Satco, Rubbermaid, Pyrex, Gibson Home, and so much more. National Hardware Limited, your do-it-best store, located in downtown Georgetown and industrial site Rheinveld.
Ultra Lubricants, the leading lubricants for tropical conditions, has been serving you for over 40 years, extending the life cycle of your vehicle's engine by protecting it from wear and corrosion, removes impurities, and reducing frequent vehicle oil changes. Ultra Lubricants is for every market, from two-wheel light vehicle to trucks, construction, agriculture equipment, mining activities, and boating. Ultra Lubricants, world-class lubricants for tropical conditions. Distributed by Industrial Supply of Guyana, Inc., and available nationwide.
Welcome back, you're watching the evening news. We now shift our attention to some sports news.
When you're looking for superior aftermarket parts, where do you get the reliability and convenience to reduce downtime? The answer is Yellowmark, repair and replacement parts from Caterpillar, that is available only at MacCorp. Yellowmark was developed by Caterpillar, unlike cheap off-the-shelf aftermarket parts. At MacCorp, we will offer you helpful advice on identifying, finding, and installing the right Yellowmark part for your operation.
Yellowmark, for reliability and convenience at a lower cost.
Available at MacCorp. Let's do the work.